Raise your hand. We don't have a cordless place.
Yeah?
No.
Or some Hare Krishna, talk loudly. Or if you need the mic, then you have to go to the mic. If you can talk loudly, it's fine. So let's hear the first person. Go ahead. Talk loud.
At the time of death, it was told we will be unconscious because of the pain of death. So, and that we won't, if being unconscious, what can we even remember? So what bearing does the thought prior to becoming unconscious has?
When you become unconscious, you can still think. You can't talk. You can't take God's name. You can't speak. You can't talk. You can't eat or drink. You can think still. Right? Until later on, a point will come that even the talk will stop. But at least to a point you can think. The last thing you can think about, the last thought, before you stop thinking even also. Death is a point, will come to a point where you will have the last thought. That's what comes. Alright? That is what Sri Krishna is going to look at. The last thought. And that will always be determined by where are we attached, where the mind is attached. Our attachment, our love, what we are in love with, or who we are in love with, whatever we are attached to. That is what we are going to think at that time. Okay? People have become unconscious and they tell you, some people say they had experiences where they were going, they went by Bhagwan, all kinds of things. They didn't go anywhere, but they just have all these things, afterlife experience. They were unconscious. There's no afterlife, when afterlife is afterlife. You can't die and come back. You just have something, they see something, and they think that's what happens after you die. Okay? Next person. Okay, Vashish.
Radhe.
Radhe.
So, in the other ages, in like Satyug, your mind is more pure and you remember more things, etc. I know rites and rituals and those things also apply in those youths. Like you can't practice that in Kali. But bhakti, you can do bhakti in any youth. But is it still as difficult to do it in the other youths as it is in Kali?
Goes to begin. Who said the mind is pure in Satyug? The age is pure, not the mind. When there is Mahapralay or any kind of pralay, there are different types of pralay, we get merged into God in His stomach. Right? All the souls go in His stomach. There's a Karan Sharir. There's three bodies. One is Sthula Sharir, physical body. One is Sukshma Sharir, the senses, mind, intellect, etc. and the soul. And one is Karan Sharir. This intellect, senses, etc. doesn't exist. Only the sanskars, the tendencies of uncountable actions is stored. Stays with the soul. Whatever position we are there, when creation starts again and God does creation and the souls again put back in the world, wherever we were at that time, we start back from that same position. Alright? So Maharaj has given an example of cricket match. Most people in Trinidad understand cricket. So there's a test match, it goes for 5 days. Let's suppose that this is the first day of the test match. And some batsmen are out. At the end of the day's play, somebody is batting. Right? And the umpire say tie. The match is finished day 1. Tomorrow morning when the match restarts, the exact position, who was batting and who's going to bowl, it starts from that position again. So in the same way, when creation comes again, whatever position we were at that time, when Pralay happened, we start that. So whether it's Satyug, Tretayug, Dwapar, whatever you, the age is pure. We are not pure. The soul is not pure. Majority of wicked souls are born in Kali. Because it's such an age. But there are wicked souls also in Satya. Alright, the song, the greatest Rakshas came in Satya. Hiranyakashipu and all these Rakshas we hear about. So there are all kinds. But the age has a tendency, is more fruitful for doing spiritual exercises. We live for a longer time, millions of years. Age is very long. Memory is very powerful. The Guru says something once and you remember. You don't have to keep repeating in the mind. Now Guru gives a mantra. One time you have to repeat so many times and even then you forget. It's a condition in Kali. So my memory is very powerful. We have great power. A Rakshas, Hiranyakashipu, stood on one toe with hands upraised. No water, no food, nothing for thousands of years. It's a kind of power in those ages. We don't have it in other ages, especially in Kali. We don't have. That's why these things are not recommended. Bhakti is for all ages. But in other ages you can do other things which will give different fruits. Not moralization, not bhakti. To get bhakti, whatever age, we have to do bhakti. But other things are more easy to do in other ages, like yoga, to acquire siddhis, power to do miracles, to do gyan, karma, rituals, you could go to heaven easily, etc. All of these things are possible in Kali, only bhakti. But every age bhakti is possible. And only bhakti, whether it is Satyug, Tretayug, Dwapar or Kalyug, only bhakti will give us God realization. Alright? So it is important to understand philosophy properly. Souls are not pure in any age. Alright.
Well, there's two devotees. One who hasn't met God and Guru, and one has met God and Guru.
One hasn't met God and Guru and is a devotee.
A worldly person. And they both committed sin. One committed sin not having knowledge of God and Guru, and one committed sin having God and Guru's knowledge. Are the punishment for these sins the same?
So that's a good question. If somebody is a lawyer, normally if someone commits a crime, you're given punishment whether you know the law or you don't. Right? But the severity of punishment determines on the judgment of the judge, the jury, etc. Sometimes, because a person didn't know it was wrong, or did it the first time, they may be less lenient. More lenient, and give a less punishment. But if somebody knows, he's a lawyer, he knows the law, and he breaks the law, he gets bigger punishment. You know, this is wrong. The judge is not lenient at that time. In the same way, in the spiritual path, when we do path, sin, whether you know or you didn't know, you get punishment. But someone doesn't know, God knows, the person didn't know, again Bhagavan is also lenient. The punishment will be less severe. If someone knows, then you get more punishment. Right? So we know Him, Guru has given us knowledge and still we do wrong thing, then you get more punishment. The punishment will be bigger. Right?
Swamiji, I'm not sure when does Mahapralaya take place. Is it after the end of the 4 ages then Mahapralaya takes place? And if so, what significant changes will be observed if we're living at a particular age and the age is changing at that particular time? How do we recognize the change? What significance occurred at the end of each age?
The different kinds of pralay. There's Yuga pralay, Kalpa pralay, different types of pralay. After the 4 ages, God Himself comes and destroys the age and puts it to the top again. We start all over. Satyug will start again. After 100 years of Brahma, over 300 billion years of Brahma, then only Mahapralaya. Brahma lives for 100 years. 12 hours of Brahma, 4 billion, 294 million and 80,000 years. So 100 years, over 300 trillion, sorry, not billion. Then Mahapralaya. Then everything gets absorbed into Bhagwan. And he stays like that for a long time. In the other pralay, it starts all over again immediately. But Mahapralay, everything gets absorbed into Sri Krishna. Only Sri Krishna remains. And everything remains pending. Then, through the causeless mercy of Sri Krishna, He decides all the souls are pending in me. Let me start creation again. So there's different kinds of pralay. Time is not here to go in detail. How we know Satyug started is a big difference. Right? We can see how evil the age we are living in right now, how bad people are, the kinds of things are happening. The lifespan is very short, our memory is very weak, everything is very bad. So much pollution, so much evil in the world. This we know is coming. When Satyug will come, everything will be basically pure in the world. Pure air, pure vegetable, everything pure. People will live for millions of years. Millions. Lifespan is very long. Before getting old. Memory is very powerful. There was a person in Satyug, his name was Sushrut. Satyug, Sushrut. The Guru told him the mantra once and he remembered, didn't have to even think again. Everything is pure in that age. We have great power. We can perform tapasya, austerities easily. One can stay without food and water, etc. for thousands of years and not feel hungry. In this age of Kali, few hours you want to die. So many things like that, you will know. People say there are crazy people, I'm not going to call the name, who are saying right now we are living in Satyug. If Satyug is like this, then I don't know what Kali is like. This is Kali, and this is the beginning. Kali goes, the length of Kali is 432,000 years. Only a little more than 5,000 years are gone. Still 427,000 years to go in Kali. The kinds of things that are going to happen in Kali. If you hear, it's written, some description in Ramayana, Bhagavad, Mahapuran, etc. People don't like to read about this, they get scared. And a lot of things we see happening in the world is described. And it's only the beginning. As I say, the smoke and the fire has to come. The kinds of things happen. People will stop believing in God. No one will take God's name anymore. The scriptures will all disappear. Look, the way Sabasata Ganta, all the scriptures will disappear. People will create their own religion. Already people are doing Scientology, all kind of foolishness. Oh, they start creating their own religion. Created their own kind of God, etc. This happens in the Kali. Alright, so this is some idea. Is it clear or you need to go more? Huh? It's okay. As I said, it's much more, but this is a brief idea. In the present time, Brahma is only in his 50th year. So there's no Mahapralaya here. Now, Pralaya will come certain times. Mahapralaya will be after only 100 years of Brahma. Over 300 trillion years. Anybody else? Yeah, but Saviji. Speakers out.
Vayaji, follow-up question. If we do our best to practice devotion, sadhana, we're not God realized, but at that time of death and that last thought, is it still possible for us to remember Sri Maharaji, that we're not, we're probably 10%, 50%?
The thing is, I said, how much attachment you have for Maharaji as compared to the material world. Right? We're going to remember that once you have attained God realization, become free from Maya, remember Maharaji will help. Radharani, Shri Krishna will help. But your mind is still attached to the world, the material world. So you have not attained God realization. But because you have attained a certain amount of bhakti, Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, Prabhya Punya Kritam Lokam Shitva Shashwati Samaha Shuchinam Shrimatam Yeho Yoga Bhrashto Vijayate. Chapter 6, verse 41. You can get immediate birth. You don't have to go through 8.4 million forms. Because your bhakti is very high, you can get immediate birth in human form. And in such an environment, in such a family, even to the point Maharaji has said, you can be born in the home of a saint. Mahapurush. As a child of a saint. Then it's easy to finish whatever little bit you have. Right? So the more we do, the more we'll benefit. But if you have not attained God realization, you still have to come back. Alright? Only when we attain God realization while alive, then you will go to Guru. It's very hard to qualify this. What you're going to think about that time. The pain is so much. Right? It's not easy. The time of death is not easy. That's why people are scared to die. Only the one who has true knowledge, true bhakti, who has realized I am the soul, the Atma, I am not the body, has no fear of death. Otherwise, death is very fearful. A lot of pain and suffering. Because we don't want to die. Because of attachment to the material world, some person or object. So the soul tries to hide in the sense organs. And the young brutes, the messengers of Yamraj, will have to take that soul with great force. And that's where the pain and suffering comes from. If there's no attachment, no pain. You don't have to come, you will say, you will welcome them. I was waiting for you. You have no fear, because I'm not the body. So it all depends on how much love and devotion we have. How much attachment we have for Maharaj, for Radharani, Shri Krishna. Alright? It's not easy to qualify because of what happens then. But the more love we have, the more bhakti we have, it becomes easier. There's no pain and suffering. Immediately you get human birth, very handsome, very beautiful, very rich, in such an environment, such a place. No attachment. You may have everything in the world, all the luxuries, all the beauty, yet no attachment. All due to the bhakti from the past. So this is why we have to keep doing. The more we do, the more we'll benefit. Doing means bhakti. Right? Anybody else? But you may have going up or going down. You want to ask? I'm going to stop it now if you want to ask quickly. Jericho, give me my come, take me my can ask. No? You want to ask? Or quickly?
Swamiji, does God come at the end of each age?
I can't hear properly. Don't come to like this.
Would God come into the world at the end of each age? I wanted to know, would He come in the age of Kali Yuga? Would that signify the end of Kali Yuga with the coming of the Lord? Would He come and destroy everything before Satyuga begins?
Yeah, he comes as Kalki Bhagwan. A lot of people in India, hundreds of people came in the devotees Kalki. And people worship them. Kalki, Bhagwan has a descension called Kalki. It's described in the scriptures. He comes for one reason only, not to do bhakti, not for devotion. He comes to finish the age. One reason. The world will become so evil, so bad. Nobody will have faith in God or anything. So he comes for one reason only, to finish the age. Right? So he comes in at the end of every Kali Yuga, there's a descension called Kalki Bhagwan. And he only comes for that reason only, nothing else. Okay? Lali Lal Ki, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar Ki, Radha Rani Ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.